Hi, Rachel Bedingfield here, and this is the second in the series of my films on the emotional lives of horses, based on the work of neuroscientist Jack Panksepp. He identified 7 core emotions which all mammals share, because we all have the same brain structures and brain chemistries. And that's why it's so easy for us to understand how our horses are feeling. And it's interesting that this was shown in a recently highly publicised study you might have seen, that horses are actually very good at recognising some of our emotions too. In my first film, I looked at the seeking system, which is concerned with the mammal looking for rewards. In reward-based training, it's the main system we start to work with, as we encourage horses to explore targets with their muzzles and they get food rewards in return. However, we don't want the training to be all about the food and a sort of mechanistic trade-off between food rewards and behaviours. We want something deeper, which is why we call ourselves connection training. We know that in order to really enjoy our horses, to give them the happy lives we want them to have, and to be safe and have fun in performance, we need a relationship of trust and mutual liking with our horses. And this is created through the next system I'm going to talk about, the care system in the brain. This system is extremely important in horses as they are herd animals. It's the system which creates the bonding between individuals, mothers and their foals, mares and stallions, and pair bonds within the herd. The behaviours that the care system creates involve licking, grooming, grazing close together, mimicking behaviours, and sticking together, including leading and following behaviours. In horses, the vast majority of their natural behaviours are to create cohesion and acceptance in the herd. This is life or death for horses, as predators will single out and attack horses on their own. Sticking with your bonded buddies is the best survival strategy, so this system in horses' brains is highly sensitised. This means that it's easily aroused, and it is this factor which helps us to bond with horses too. How does the care system create this bonding? It's based on touch, which activates endogenous opioid systems. You see here the horses mutually grooming, sniffing and bumping their bodies together. They also stand next to their bond mates, usually aligned in the same direction, and often can be seen grazing muzzle to muzzle. All of this touching stimulates the brain to release the feel-good chemicals, so the animals repeat these behaviours which feel so good. In this cyclical way, the brain gets dependent on the opioids created in the pair bonding, and the animal continues to seek out the other, basically to get his daily fix. You see from the film that in the care system, the behaviour is very calm and everything is nice, low energy, and it's this calmness we want in training too. Just stimulating the seeking system through rewards can create too much excitement, and we are careful to teach you how to train with rewards and promote calm, relaxed behaviour too. We do this first, basically by helping you to turn down the seeking system, just simply by feeding large handfuls of treats. It's the chewing time that switches down the seeking system, tells the animal to stop searching, as a reward has been received. If we feed tiny treats, as is common in dog training for example, the seeking system doesn't seem to get switched down in horses, and they get more and more excited about the training and the treats. This difference is presumably because horses forage for about 18 hours a day, unlike predators like dogs. They need long chewing times for the brain to register that a reward has been received and to turn down the seeking system. So the second thing we do is to actively promote the care system by stroking and scratching while the horses are chewing their treats. In this extract from your Backing Your Horse course, you can see Hannah using lots of stroking and scratching to reassure Rowan as she learns to accept a rider for the first time. Hannah feeds Rowan a good handful of treats after the click, and while she's chewing, Hannah scratches her and also speaks nicely to her. We love people speaking to their horses, praising and telling them how fab they are. I don't obviously think horses understand the words, but they do respond to the tone, and it changes us. Speaking and praising makes us smile and relaxes us, and they definitely respond to that positively. The interesting thing is that our approach makes the training even more effective than just using treats alone. Your horse gets into a winning streak, doing something that got him food, praise, and a nice dose of brain opioids. The most obvious thing for your horse to do next is try the same thing again, and so we build successful tries very easily. And as you can see here, it can be done under saddle too. This then goes on to create a safer horse, as it is this connection which creates confidence, both for rider and horse. As we build this bond with our horses, they learn to trust us more and more. We can then help them to stay calm and relaxed in new situations. We do have the power of reward-based training to help them focus on the behaviours we want, but even more importantly, we have the power of a bonded relationship to help them to relax and trust us, and help them out in what I call humanville. Once you build a bond like this, you'll never want to lose it, and you will only want to ride horses when you can feel it. This focus on the bond between you and your horse, and our special way of creating it, by following the natural emotional behaviour of both humans and horses, is pretty well a distinctive feature of connection training. From here, we then build on the next emotional system in our training, the play system. So look out for my next video, where we'll go and find the fun in training too. See you then.